Welcome to ShadowMeTarot. Much of the shadow work that you do, I don't know, anywhere, everywhere, always, definitely has to do with your inner child and stuff that you just kind of acquired as a coping mechanism as a kid that just doesn't work as an adult. And it's kind of like a warped sense of your reality based on a childhood trauma and your warped sense of reality as a child because you don't have all the information really. So we are going to open the Inner Child Fairy Tale Tarot. Let's see what it does for us. Let's see. Oh, this comes out like a book. All right. It's a big box. Look at how thick that book is. Oh my word. Oh my God. And it's like an actual tarot deck too. Like I know that that's what it was supposed to be, but like, oh my God, I 100% love this. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Okay, I'm gonna quit geeking out right now and open up these cards. This is insane. Whoa, that is an enormous, huge deck. All right, let's take, I'm like really excited about these cards now. All right, so it's the Inner Child cards, A Journey into Fairy Tales, Myth and Nature. It's by Isha Lerner and Mark Lerner, and it's been illustrated by Christopher Guilfoyle. This came out in 1992, and the back of the book says, or the back of the box says, the authors have accomplished nothing less than a symbolic miracle. Inner Child cards plucks and plays resonant chords of emotional memory and the psychic life trapped away in long-forgotten childhood stories. Inner Child cards is a divination system that reawakens the child in all of us by gently helping us to interact with the world's most potent archetypes. The authors assign an archetypal childhood story to each image in the traditional tarot deck. Cinderella aligns with the Moon card, traditionally associated with the power of dreams and visions. Sleeping Beauty parallels the Death card with its theme of personal metamorphosis. Little Red Cap stands in for the fool, the innocent, and the Big Bad Wolf portrays the devil. Before the Age of Reason, higher learning was transmitted through the archetypal characters and stories in fairy tales. In modern times, these all-important stories have been relegated to secondary position with no recognition of their deeper meaning. The whimsical art and familiar characters of the Inner Child cards will awaken dormant emotional memory that has been trapped in long-forgotten childhood stories. Tarot has had an uncanny capacity to act as a hall of mirrors, reflecting the true trajectory of life. By referencing fairy tale archetypes, Inner Child cards gives adults an especially clear reflection of the child within and imaginative access to the soul's own personal truth. And because of their playful nature, these cards are equally well suited for use with children. Isha and Mark Lerner have been working with astrology, tarot, and healing arts since the early 1970s. Isha works as a therapist, integrating astrology, tarot, fairy tales, and flower essence therapy into her practice. She has published another book and deck set as well, Power of Flowers, an archetypal journey through nature. Mark has a BA in social science and has extensively researched the correlations between tarot, astrology, fairy tales, psychology, and healing. Okay, let's take a look. There we go. All right. Oh, okay. Super thin cardstock, like ridiculously thin, but oversized, so I'm sure it's going to be difficult for me to, I don't know. There'll be a good side shuffle though. But look at how, I mean, that's a big card. It's thinner than my actual tarot deck, like by a few cards. But like, this is just a normal size tarot deck. Like this fits in your hand size tarot deck, like what most of them are. That does not fit in your hand. All right, so we've got the little red cap for the Fool. And then we've got the Magician. Oops. Let's zoom this in. Set these aside. All right. Well, it's not going to let me zoom in very much either because the card is so big. All right, let's see what we can do here. There we go. Aladdin and the Magic Lamp. The Fairy Godmother. Mother Goose is the Empress. The Emperor's New Clothes. The Wizard. Hansel and Gretel. Peter Pan. Beauty and the Beast. Snow White. Alice in Wonderland. The Midas Touch. Jack and the Beanstalk. Sleeping Beauty. The Guardian Angel. The Big Bad Wolf. Rapunzel. Wishing Upon a Star. Cinderella. The Yellow Brick Road. The Three Little Pigs. The Earth Child. Ace of Wands. Two of Wands. Okay, so I just got inspiration. I need to read the Ace of Wands from this ginormous, enormous book. That is like the... This is like if I'd have printed it out on my printer. Because like there's not that much on a page. So either you have to have really bad eyes or you're printing this. I don't know, it's like printing it. Okay, in this card, a magnificent soul potential in the form of a butterfly is being unveiled by two fairies. In Welsh mythology, fairies were known as the mothers or the helpers. These fairies are liberating the spiritual quality of humanity. There is a connection between the soul and the butterfly in Greek mythology. This stems from the belief that the human soul becomes a butterfly while searching for a new incarnation. The process of transformation is extremely powerful in our lives as we search for a broad understanding of the future and a gentle surrender to the past. As we emerge from old wounds, we take on new colors and wear new wings of hope. Much like the butterfly miraculously unspiraling from the dark cocoon, this butterfly is releasing into the light and is offered new conscious awareness. This may very well be happening in your life right now. The butterfly is an essential emblem of love, suggesting in China a wedding of souls. This winged gift is a reminder to you today that love, soul, unity, and art are fluttering into your life. An inspired rebirth is taking place. It is time to reveal your true colors. The flight has begun. All right. Two of Wands. Three of Wands. Four of Wands. Five of Wands. This looks like a Wizard of Oz card as well, with Toto and the balloon guy with the Emerald City in the background. The Seeker of Wands. So I guess this person would be described as Dorothy. The Guide of Wands. The Guardian of Wands. Oh, and then we move on to Swords. And we have the Two of Swords, Three of Swords, Four of Swords, Ooh, I like the transgression of this story. So here there's a boy inside of these swords. And Nine of Swords typically means up all night worrying, right? I guess if I had a couple of dragons circling me, I'd be a little worried too. But it looks like he circled up all of the swords and has turned into a knight essentially, and has trapped the dragon inside of the swords rather than him being trapped inside the swords. It's almost like mastering your fears. I almost feel like it's mastering your fears. That's just definitely a different story than what I'm accustomed to when I look at this Ten of Swords here. So anyway, here's the Child of Swords, Seeker of Swords, the Guide of Swords, the Guardian of Swords, the Ace of Hearts, or the Ace of Cups, Two of Hearts or Cups, I love that it's kind of like a mermaid thing for the watery depths of emotion here. Well, this is kind of funny. It's an interesting take on the Four of Cups here, because you've got all three of these merladies riding on the backs of dolphins, and you've got this merlady who is brokenhearted because she's only got half her heart here, that her ship has broken when she's probably perfectly fine on a dolphin, but she wants to drive in a ship. So I just think that's an interesting I almost feel like this is a person who's, I feel like this is a Thomas Edison card, right? 10,000 ways how to not make a light bulb and only one way to make a light bulb is kind of like how I feel here. This poor mermaid is doing something. Everybody's asking her, why are you doing this? There's no reason to reinvent the wheel. We have dolphins. They're fine. And she's brokenhearted and all by herself and alone when it fails. So, new inspiration. I like that card. That's really just an interesting story. Five of Hearts, which is Cups. Five of Cups. Then we've got Six of Hearts. Seven of Hearts. Eight of Hearts. Nine of Hearts. 10 of Hearts, Child of Hearts, Seeker of Hearts. All I can say is this deck makes me smile. Like I'm just smiling right now. And I'm really, really tired. So That's saying something. I do wonder if you guys know when I'm pausing to yawn. All right, Seeker of Hearts. You know, this knight offers his cup of love. I like the just Seeker of Hearts. That's just like, he's like the Tin Man too. His heart flies out of his chest, or he doesn't have a heart in his chest. It's on the end of his jousty thingy there. I don't know. Okay, the Guide of Hearts, the Queen of Cups. Oh, this is like the White Witch from the Wizard of Oz, right? The Lady in the Orb. Guardian of Hearts. The Ace of Crystals. I think that's Pentacles. And there's a little gnome guy there. Two of Crystals. Three of Crystals. I like how they have Pentacles kind of just like Christmas morning here. Ten of Pentacles is like Christmas morning. And we've got the Child of Crystals. Figured out how to fish without holding the rod. He's got a little apple there for a snack. A little raccoon pal hanging out with him. Frog watching him. The Seeker of Crystals is like the Cowardly Lion. Interesting. The King of the Forests. The Guide of Crystals is like Santa Claus. Nice. And the King of Pentacles, or is the Guardian of Crystals. Interesting. Let me know how you feel about this deck. I'm being honest with you. Like, I'm going to read the book. But the pictures, even though a lot of them are non-traditional, there's a feeling I get, that nostalgic feeling from when you, I don't know, that when you have the experience of watching some of these childhood movies, and then your belief system that's based on them. It's just, I like it. I think this is an interesting concept. Probably a reason why they've been around since 1992. All right. Well, let me know how you feel about this deck and how it resonated for you. If you'd be so kind as to like, subscribe, and share. And yeah, give me a comment below. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, what resonates for you. Are you going to purchase the deck? Why won't you purchase the deck? Yeah. And then thank you so much for watching my video. And I look forward to seeing you again. Have a blessed day.